Hi guys, just going to have a little walk about an area of Bristol called Bedminster or Southville, depending on exactly where you are. I do get the occasional question about the sort of area we live in. I used to live in this general area, not here, but within a mile or so. Just interesting terraced houses. I can't remember how old these houses are. Quite a bit of it has been replaced in a style that more or less matches what was here before. So the stuff on the left is the old stuff, and that over there is new. As you can see here, in some areas your house fronts straight onto the road. No front garden or anything. Again, ones on the left are the old stuff. Ones on the right look like well, certainly those have been replaced. Bristol was heavily bombed back in the Second World War. The houses next to where I used to live had been destroyed. My house was an end terrace house because the houses next door had been destroyed, so it was the last one left on the terrace. That was way before my time, but that's why it was an end terrace. A bit windy. That's obviously a school. We've got more terraced houses. Lovely old terrace, this one. Oh, it's also quite an arty area, as you see by the... it's not graffiti, is it? It's street art. Yeah, just so we can see that. There's more down there. Where are we? Down there. Bristol Schools Board, South Street School. Let's move over a bit so we can actually read it without the tree in the way. Come on, focus. There we go. Well, that goes back a bit, doesn't it? That's the girls' entrance. South Street Park. Let's walk through here. Talking about the houses being destroyed, there are quite a few blocks of flats that were built to replace them. Another bit of artwork over there. And back to the terraced houses. That one on the corner looks big. Old. New. Nice square-shaped house. This one's actually got a bit of parking, off-street parking. That becomes highly sought after in an area like this, where generally speaking you've got no street parking. Another dear old terrace. Hebron Road. My wife's grandmother used to have a house down the end there somewhere. On this side of the road there's actually a bit of a garden and a sleepy cat. And that is a church up there. Yeah, so straight onto the street or a bit of front garden. More terraced houses. Well, they're all terraced. I'm sure some of my American friends can't conceive what terraced houses are. They all seem to have plenty of space around their houses. Grass, etc. Oh, looks like the pub's closed, shut down, up for sale. Princess of Wales. And another church. You might notice most of these houses have got names on them. Gladys Villa, Gower Villa, Rosemont Villa. I seem to remember the house we used to own had a name on it, and I can't remember what that was. Just out of interest, if we just pop along Diamond Street a little bit and look over there, that used to be a paper bag factory, taken over by Cameron Balloons. So that's where they make the big hot air balloons. You can see flats around the back and up behind. We're moving slightly closer towards the centre of Bristol. We're not in the centre of Bristol by any means, I just mean we're heading in that direction. And that house just there says Albert Cottage, 1846. So that gives you an idea of the age of the houses around here. 1846. And that one, Victoria Cottage, 1837. If you know your history at all, Albert, Victoria, Queen Victoria, Prince Albert. There you go, these houses have got a little bit of a front garden. The ones on the other side have got a little bit more. So back in the day, these would have been more prestigious than the ones that opened straight onto the road. Just coming down. I'll say that again in a minute. Right, we're heading down to West Street. Cannon Street off to the left, and once you go around there you come to North Street. Oh hang on, I'm saying West Street, it's East Street I think. We'll find out in a minute. Public house here, British Road. The London Inn. the other side of the road now, so I can get my bearings. So that's the London Inn on the corner, the pub. That's Cannon Street. At the end of that is North Street. Down here is East Street, which we'll go down in a minute. And carry on up there and turn right is West Street. And if you go along there far enough, you come back to South Street, where we started off with the South Street School. So, why have we come to East Street? Charity shops. There's quite a few down here. It's actually supposed to be a no-through road to ordinary traffic, just buses and bicycles and emergency vehicles. And I guess taxis as well. Yeah, taxis can go anywhere. There we go, road's cleared again now. Another bit of street art. Charity shop over there, Sue Ryder. And one here for the pets. Alright, traffic's cleared again, so I'm walking back down the middle of the road, looking for the next charity shop. Right, this is the next one. Well, a lot of building going on here. I don't think there's any more charity shops. I think the ones that used to be here have gone. I'll carry on down a bit. But, yeah, that's it, I think. Well, last time I came down here, that was a car park over there. So that's all new. That's one of the old tobacco factories. Now converted into apartments. Barleymow pub. That's all been rebuilt. And this is Asda, and they built it in the style of the red brick tobacco bonds. Was NatWest Bank once. I expect that'll become a block of flats. Or a coffee shop, I suppose. Yeah, there's Asda. This used to be the library. Well, being as I've walked this far, I might as well walk just a little bit further so we can look at the river. used to be the police station. I think that's a bus lane. Looks a bit narrow. All of that's new, but built in the style of what was there before. Alright. Got a big bridge. Right, we have a roundabout over the river. We'll go and have a look at that in a minute. So we're at the end of East Street. Another old church for sale. I used to live over there. We're here, we just walked all the way along East Street, and before that we walked along that road. It's a Chessel Street. And South Street's not even shown there, but it's that one. South Street Primary School, that's where we were looking. So we've got North Street, South Street, East Street, West Street. Come on, lights, tell me I can cross. Alright, Coronation Road, 2 bridges over the river, East Street that way, tide must be in, but on its way out, because the river is tidal here. You can see by the wet line how high up the water did come. So it's on its way out now. Difference between high and low tide on the River Avon can be over 11 metres. One of the highest tidal ranges on any river in the world. The new cut, which is where we are, was built to create a tidal-free floating harbour. So this bit here bypasses the harbour. The harbour's over there, and it's got lock gates on it to keep the water in it. So the river used to go sort of round that way through the docks. And then they dug the new cut all the way along. So Old River through the docks over here, out, Old River diverted, so that's the old direction, and this is the new cut. We're talking a long time as well, 19th century. They haven't got a date on it. They like to say it was the prisoners from the Napoleonic Wars, but I believe that's historically incorrect. It's windy here, so you probably can't hear me. I'll turn around with the wind behind me, should be okay. Off on the slope there, pretty coloured houses, totter down that is. And obviously we've got lots of flats all around here. Well, I think that'll do. I shall walk back up East Street, but I don't need to film that. Well, I missed that when we were walking the other way. Victoria Place, my dog size. With a security camera. Thanks for watching. You'll always find more information down below in the video description. If you like this video, you might like this one up here. You might like to subscribe just here. Over here is my latest video on my channel. And down below is a playlist related to what you've just been watching. Thanks again for watching.